American Science and Surplus. This is really great. This is a great catalog, and you can go online and search their catalog there too. What can you find in here that has anything to do with us? There's hole punches with different collets. More accurate, $4.50 each plus shipping. Everything's plus shipping. Tap and die set. Let's see, what else did I find in here? Where the hell? Here we are. Hobby knives. 48 pieces, $14.95. 13 pieces, $4.95. Now, what I found, here's your regular X-Acto knife. They're cheap copies, testers. But what I found here is a ceramic blade. Where am I? There we are. A ceramic blade. The secret is ceramic. It's 5.5 inch long, precision cutter, ceramic point that's as sharp as an X-Acto knife, stays sharp longer, is easier to maneuver, intricate cutting to cut yourself with. It's nearly impossible to cut yourself with. Hey, when they say that, that means you're going to cut yourself like nobody's business. Pencil style with a cap, a boon for crafters and a blessing for junior crafters. Whatever. Don't get these catalogs or anything if you can't stand a joke here and there. Tweezers with lights, little blades for your miniature coping saw, all kind of stuff in here. You have to go through this, every inch of it, to find what you can modify or misuse to make model cars, or planes, trains, or whatever. Now, this here is just, it's cardboard, but it has a texture. And this one happens to be textured pretty much the same on each side, but you can cut out a headliner or something like that for that. These notepads have the cardboard on the back. When the notepad's done, don't throw away the cardboard. You can use that to make things. Scratch building. Scratch building mixed media. Yeah, you're mixing up medias. Now, this was a brain idea I had. I went online, I hunted. I found this whimsy.com aluminum sheet sample set, 24 gauge to 36 gauge, colored foils, blue, green, red, and gold, copper colors. Caution, raw metals may have sharp edges, wear gloves. So if you wore a glove with this thin stuff, you'd destroy it. Just have to be careful. Show you what came. That cost me $18 with shipping. There's a sheet of 36 gauge. That's a fine gauge. That's what I used to wrap that spare tire. It's got cardboard to kind of keep it from getting dinged up. 30 gauge is considerably harder. And these are not soft. These thicker gauges. There's a difference between hardened and that 24 gauge heavy duty stuff. Now here's the goodies. Colored alloy. It's very thin. But guess what? It's shiny on the back. Only one side. copper, gold, green, red, and blue. This all came, this all came together. And little thin pieces of cardboard to keep it from getting distorted. $18. I got 7 pieces of alloy. From another guy, a different type of deal. What this is meant for, this is copper. What this is meant for is very thin. But, wrapping electronics and you can make capacitors with this in various incinerating. That's what it was intended for. Shim stock. Copper shim stock. I got a whole mess of it. It's wrapped up in this paper. You can polish that up and make things, or maybe, who knows what you could do with that. The idea is net. I got that from a Railside, Caledonia, New York. $8.15. Shipping and everything. Off eBay. More card stock. Can't get enough of that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I've been using it to hold bodies while I paint. It's not been cleaned off so the paint peels right off. I'll put it in the bath later. But I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's something weird. I was thinking of painting it purple, putting an eyeball on here, and maybe a rocket on top, and calling it a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater, or something like that. We'll see. $10. It's Flintstone. This project's sort of coming along. It's my Model A. Sort of been working on the chassis. The engine, Model A engine. Going to use that. Thought those two colors might go together. I don't know. Looks good to me, close enough for the government. Anyway, I got a lot more work to do on this. This all has to be sanded down. I don't know if you can tell on there, but there's a lot of orange peel. Orange peel is those little bumps. This is lacquer. So it all has to be rubbed out. Then after it's rubbed out, I can take and clear coat it. This is supposed to have clear coat on it. Don't have it yet. Then I had a little problem over here in this fender. There's some sort of contaminant got in there, and I didn't see it until it was too late. So I'll have to go in there and fix that. I'm going to rub this out. I'm going to do these wells, this inner fender. I'm going to I'll clean it, I'll mask it off and make it all new again. And there's some other little problems. There's some sort of little contamination there. I don't know what it is. I'll clean that all up and repaint it. But I like this. It's that Tester's ultraviolet. Both of them. Pearls. Not a lot of metallic in them, but there is. Man, I went to the paint store. Automotive paint. And for $18 they'll put paint, that real car paint, in a rattle can for you. Thing is that you got to buy the 3 pints of that paint before they'll do that. And the one paint I asked about has gold in it, gold metal flake, right? It's a gold metallic. It's not metal flake, it's a metallic. $39 a pint. That put a stop to that. Then I have to get an airbrush. I'm going to pause this and I'll start over here in a minute.